G'day everyone, it's Chris Carlin here, masteryourmoneynow.com.au, helping you take control of your finances from the comfort of your own home. And what I want to talk about in this week's Whiteboard Wednesday, I think it's a problem that a lot of people have, that I've certainly dealt with, that want to take control of their finances, is debt management 101. A lot of people, we're in a society where debt is so easy. It is getting a bit harder to get debt, especially with the Royal Commission and everything. But it's certainly people are carrying around a lot of debt at the moment. And people are asking me, well, what's the best way to get myself out of debt? And it's certainly a huge priority, because we talk about lifestyle, because ultimately the whole purpose of taking control of your money is so you can live the lifestyle that you want to live. But if you're carrying around a lot of debt, that makes it a lot harder in order to do this. So what's the best way in order to pay down your debts? What's debt management 101? So what I've got here is just a very quick basic example of a fictitious client who's got these sorts of debts. So they've got a mortgage, $300,000. It's costing them $300 per week at 4.5%. They've also got a credit card, which is $15,000 on the credit card. That's costing them $75 a week, minimum repayments this is, at 15% interest. They've also got a car loan of $5,000 at $50 a week, and that's at a 10% interest rate. So now the first question I always get, well, Chris, what's the quickest way to pay these off? So I'm going to assume that first and first, you've got to do a budget. You've got to do a budget to see, well, how much money that you're actually spending. If you've never done a budget before, I want you to go to masteryourmoneynow.com.au, go to the resources section and go to the budgeting tab. And from there, there's actually a course that you can purchase which teaches you in depth in how to set up your own budget, and also it's got some templates which make it really quick and easy for you to do your own budget. So if you don't have a budget in place, then go to masteryourmoneynow.com.au and follow the prompts and get yourself on that course. So let's assume we've done the budget and we've got to spare $100 a week, as an example. What's the best way to pay down your debts? Now, common wisdom suggests the best thing to do is to pay down the debt with the highest interest rate first, which in this case is the credit card, because that's got a 15% interest rate. And now technically that is correct. I'm going to argue though, practically, in my experience, and it's doing this for 8 years, helping people pay down their debt and take control of their finances, the best way to do is actually pay down the lowest debt first. The reason is you just get that joy of paying down. When you pay down your smallest debt first, you've cleared out a debt, you get that bit of joy and exciting, now I've only got 2 debts to go. Rather than if you try to go for that credit card, that's going to take a long time to pay off. Even at $100 a week, you're probably looking at a good 3 years before you can pay that off. Whereas with a car loan, in this particular example, you can pay that off within 12 months. So in this case, I would actually pay off the car loan first, even though it does have a lower interest rate than the credit card. And then, so you're using that $100 a week surplus to pay off your car loan. You use the $50 a week. You now use that extra $50 a week to start paying down the credit card. And then you've got $150 a week to pay down that credit card. And then after that, you can start taking on the mortgage as well, if you choose to do so. One thing I haven't mentioned here is I get a lot of questions about, should I pay down my HELP or HECS debt? And the short answer to that is I wouldn't be paying down your HELP and HECS debt. And if you want to find out why I recommend that, go to search for in the Whiteboard Wednesday, where I've done another session about HECS and HELP debt. That will talk about that in a bit more detail. But for just for this purpose, I wouldn't be worried about making extra repayments to your HELP or HECS debt. Now, but the other thing that I want you to consider as well, the question is it actually better to pay down your debt or invest? Particularly with the mortgage, for example. So here's my thing. If there was a bank account, and this was legitimate, if there was a bank account where you put money in that bank account and it earned you a guaranteed 5% interest, would it be better for you to pay into the bank account or pay down your debt at 4.5%? Exclude tax, just a nice simple scenario. Of course the answer is yes, you put it in the bank account earning 5% rather than the mortgage earning 4.5%. So my question to you is it in some circumstances, especially if you've got rid of a lot of these high interest debts, is it actually better to invest rather than pay down your mortgage? And this is where I think a lot of people make a mistake. They think, once they've got the mortgage, you just want to pay down the mortgage, just want to pay down the mortgage. But then there are ways where you can get a guaranteed 19% tax saving by doing a particular strategy, which is a far better strategy, I think, both short and long term, than paying down a mortgage at 4.5%. So it's a bit of a discussion point. So it's something worth talking about a bit more. And if that is something that you want to talk about, what I want you to do is book in your complimentary 30-minute money strategy session with myself and one of my team. All you got to do is go to masteryourmoneynow.com.au/get started to book a time that works best for you, and we can have a bit of a chat about your options and talk about debt management 101 in a bit more detail. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you share with your friends, family, and work colleagues, and also leave a comment below. You know, I like to hear the feedback that you'll have on these videos are having on you, and also how it's been impacting your finances as well. And if you're looking for other Whiteboard Wednesdays, make sure you do a search on those on YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn, or wherever you may be watching this right now. My name's Chris Carlin from masteryourmoneynow.com.au. Looking forward to seeing you in next week's Whiteboard Wednesday.